So welcome back to another episode of Dusty. Now this episode's a bit of a continuation from the tray. Headboard's all finished. I've added just some lights up the top, but that's about it. But now I'm going to be making the back end where the lights are going to sit. So this is the rough designs for the tray. It's pretty much going to look like that. Maybe your measurements a bit different, but going to have those bits come down here. Going to have some RHS down the bottom, which is that, and then the flat plate, if it can focus, is going to go in the middle, and that's where the tail lights are going to mount. Two holes there are for the big 3.5-inch exhaust exits. Going to have some space between them so the number plate can sit, and I've got to find some space for some big reversing lights. So what I've got to do next is take away these bits, just a few welds on the back, because I'm going to make my own up. I've marked out the back piece of the tray. Now it's not as much as an angle as I wanted, but otherwise it'll look silly hanging too low. So a little bit of an angle. The big maxi lamps will sit in there with about, I think it was like 8mm either side or something. But yeah, I've got to chop those out now. Alright, slowly coming along. That's the angle down there. That's where the exhaust is going to come out. Now I'm just going to cut those angles there and fit it back up, make the side plates, and then probably put the RHS in. So I've finished making up the side pieces here. Now this is after no grinding. That's the edge on it, which is not going to focus, but there we go, from the plasma cutter. It's perfect. They're perfectly the same size, and that is going to look good on the corner like that. So these side pieces are now tacked on. The center piece is still just clamped on there, but I'm going to have like a plate down there. I'm not going to do RHS like most people. I'm just going to make it skinny plate, block off the headlights from the middle section. Number plate is, well, I've got it here. If you can see, it takes up a fair bit of this middle section. So I've just got to work out where the exhausts are going to be compared to everything else. Whether I make them in the center, which I may, or offset a bit. Just got to work that out now. Now excuse the shitty throat, but I got the back end back from getting cut out. The exhaust tips fit through there pretty well perfect. There's a little bit of room to wiggle, which is good. There's a C section under the tray which I need to cut out so it can actually fit all the way through. So I'm just going to get the plasma cutter onto that, draw a line, cut that out, and then they can fit through. And then we can tack this back plate on and start making up the RHS down the bottom. So it's all tacked in now, nice and solid. The holes are done in the C channel. The exhaust fit in there nicely. So now I'm going to work out how to do this RHS down the bottom. So I've skipped ahead again, but there it is. So what I did here is I just put a slit down at the 450 mark from there and kind of ground it out a bit, and then just bent it up, sits in there nicely. Did the same on the other side. It's all tacked up in there. So now I'm going to pull it out, fully weld this RHS up, and then we can put it all in, tack it up, and then fully weld the back up. So that piece I just cut with these uprights that are going to sort of section the back end. What I'm going to do now is make sure everything's roughly square, go around, round off these edges, make them so they're not going to slice me open. Make sure these are square, and then I'm just going to put some more tacks on it, and I probably won't fully weld it up I'll do like the final weld when I take the car off and weld the headboard up. But that's pretty much done for now.